up on that?
No, it's in the works.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were gonna sit down there.
No. Oh, do you want me to?
No, it's fine.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Hi.
So, since this is going on my YouTube channel, I'll give you some short context. So, when we first got to BYU, Ellie and I filmed a video, and then at the end of that year, we all filmed a video, and then again a year later, we all filmed a video. So, this is 4 years later from our first video, and 3 years from our first video. And we wanted to film a life update every year, but last year was a little busy. And so we're here now to film a life update for the internet.
For the fans.
For the fans, yeah.
For ourselves to watch in another year, that's mainly what it's for.
So, Ellie, how about you go first?
My short life update is I'm a senior in computer science. I'm figuring out the rest of my life because there is so much change. I'm still dating Jaron. Things are going well. I think I was dating him.
Dang. Because I think I was engaged.
Yeah, I was like, or maybe I was more like talking to him. Well, still dating, no ring, because
She's like, no ring.
Waiting. Because we are doing things our own way. We don't feel pressured, except for like every wedding announcement I see on the internet and every picture and
Every wedding you've had to be a bridesmaid at?
not yours.
2?
I was like, well, part of my update is that Sadie uninvited me from being a bridesmaid in her wedding after I already brought a dress and an airport ticket. But it's fine. Like, I don't hold any grudges.
Why? I'm like,
Other than that, I'm just getting ready to graduate in 2 semesters.
and the second thing that we're gonna do is
Can we do it on the way back?
okay.
Yeah.
Basically, at the end, we'll say, tell yourself something that you'd want to tell yourself 4 years ago when we filmed our first video. Okay, so my life update is, I'm trying to think when the last video we did, I was just starting the ad lab, the advertising program at BYU. So I finished that. I graduated as an art director in the BYU ad lab, which was super fun. And then I met a really awesome dude, and we got married. And then we moved to San Francisco. Well, we moved to Palo Alto because now I'm waiting for him to finish school, but now I have to find a job because I have to remote work, so I have to find a job. And I'm like, oh, should I do babysitting? I don't know, because nannies make a lot of money. But also, I'm on my photography grind. Yeah.
Okay, well, it just reminded me of earlier today when I didn't know Sadie's dad was a
patent lawyer. So I'm on that photography grind out in Palo Alto, but I am a California girl. I love California. And I grew up in Virginia on the East Coast, but man, California is where it's at. The beaches, the weather, the mountains, the cities, San Francisco. I love it so much. And so I'm visiting right now and hanging out with them tonight. So that's why I'm here. But I reside in California.
And I reside in Utah still. Awesome.
On to her.
So I'm also married. I think the last video we did, I was engaged. I don't.
No, I think you were just dating.
Oh,
It was that summer though.
No, yeah, you were.
okay. Yeah, so I was
You were just
dating.
recently.
Yeah. Okay, well, we got engaged. We've been married for a year and a half.
Oh.
And yeah, it's been awesome. And so I graduated, but my husband Tanner still has a year left of school, just like Hope and Kaysen, except Tanner this time.
Just like
BYU.
Ellie
not
has one
Stanford.
more year too.
Oh yeah. He goes.
So
My own husband.
we're in Provo, and I graduated. I did my senior recital. It was awesome, and I finished
What was your major?
piano performance.
Piano performance.
Finished my 3rd year of Young Ambassadors, and we got to go to Korea on our tour, which was awesome.
Oh, also,
Um,
when we filmed it last, it was right when COVID started.
Oh.
It's like 2 months after, because I wasn't in Utah yet. I came
Yeah,
home for my
it was
mission,
like
and
right
then I
after
moved out.
COVID
Were we
started.
on Liberty on Free?
Yes. we
Okay.
were. Yeah, COVID.
So, yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, so COVID, yeah.
How did COVID impact you guys?
I met my husband.
I was able to be way
At a grocery
more socially not social because of COVID, and I haven't
True.
really gone back to it yet. It's been great.
How did COVID? I don't think, honestly, Utah wasn't super strict about COVID. So I feel like the way that COVID impacted me the most was like having completely remote and online classes. And that was kind of easier in a sense, but also like not as fulfilling. But I was lucky that I still had a really engaged program, so I could still be friends with people. Oh, but also COVID. So Kaysen, my husband, and I met because of COVID, because Kaysen was at Stanford and there was no classes on campus, and so he just moved out to Utah, and that's how we met.
So you're grateful for COVID. Or-
Love COVID. I had it 4 times. Love it. No, just kidding. Only twice.
Okay, so something I wish I could tell myself 4 years ago. I feel like I've learned, like, I've needed all the experiences I've had to learn. So I'm, like, sorry that this is lame. I don't know. I think I would tell myself to listen to what I'm feeling on the inside. Like, more trust my, like, instinct.
Listen to your heart.
Well, more like just, you know, when, like, if things feel warm, like, when you do them and things feel, like, cold. Like, listen
No,
more
I
to that.
totally feel that.
Like, be more intuitive, I think, rather
Yeah.
than like just doing things because it's like good on paper, and like but I'm grateful for all the experiences I've had and like how I've changed since then and what I've had to learn from those. So
For sure. I think that if I could tell myself one thing 4 years ago, so during that time 4 years ago, I was so sad. And I've never been so sad or lonely than that time in my life. But I think about it and I miss it every week or so. I think about it because I was the most me I've ever been in my whole life during that time, because all I did was hang out with myself, and like you are who you hang out with. And so I was just like mirroring myself, like getting more and more and more and more and more and more like me. And so I think that if I had to go back and tell myself something, it would be being alone and like the way you're feeling right now, where you just left home, you're in freshman year, you thought things would be different, you ended up actually not having as many friends as you thought you would and all that stuff. I think I would tell myself that it's okay to be alone because you'll never believe it, but in 4 years you're gonna miss like this feeling, you know? So I would just tell myself to
enjoy being
Yeah.
with yourself.
enjoy the time you have with yourself, because you're never gonna have it again. Like, now I'm married.
Plus, you're a different self.
Yeah, exactly. And so it was just like such a special time for me, even though it was really hard, because I just like really found out who I was. Sorry to be repetitive, but
That was good. I think for me, like, I would probably say, like, the one thing I wish I learned sooner, I guess, and it was, like, something I learned from meeting Tanner, actually, because, like, I'm just a super, like, not confident person, and he kind of, like, taught and showed me that, like, just being confident is like actually the key to just like actually being like not miserable all the time. So I do wish like that I talked to more people like my freshman, sophomore, junior years, like my first, second grade, third grade.
Maybe not post college like too. I should talk to more people.
like, I regret not talking to people next year, but
But yeah, like I think especially in college, like once I was just on my own, I was like, I'm not gonna make the first move on anybody. Like I didn't truly think that anyone like really cared about what I had to say. Like literally Hope coming to my door and I was like I guess I'll hang out with you, but like she probably just doesn't even care about me. Like, oh my gosh. I'm just like so shy. But I feel like now I'm like
gotten a lot better at that. So
Be more confident.
be more confident, be more like yourself. With
Yeah.
COVID,
I feel
you're
like
really
all of ours kind
yeah.
of relate. Like
It's like,
being in tune with
yeah.
yourself, being with yourself, and be more confident in yourself.
Yeah, it's weird because you always hear that. Like that's always
Yeah.
the stupid advice that people give you, but
Well,
that's like honestly how it is. Like, yeah, like enjoy being with yourself. Be the most authentic you can be. Really listen to your instincts and stuff,
Mhm.
and especially in college. Because now I'm out of college. Like it's such a unique time to really discover who you are.
Totally.
Yeah. And I just don't feel like I could, like, if I, like, met myself 4 years ago and I told myself that, like, I wouldn't even listen. I'd be like,
Yeah.
you're not real. You're...
Well, I just like wouldn't even have the mental capacity.
Okay,
I'd be
I
like,
wouldn't-
sorry,
I would not
I'm
believe
trying
myself.
to just like survive.
I'm
right
trying
now.
to just go day by day. Do you guys remember in the video we did with Josh and Jason when Josh was like, I just wanted to get that into the
I
video.
don't remember.
Oh, it's so embarrassing. I just wanted to put that in. Me doing
Well, we'll see you in maybe a year.
Maybe.
4
4
years. Okay, now